Noun clauses in English. Today I am teaching you how to use that clauses, WH clauses, if clauses, and whether clauses. Hello and welcome to English Speaking 360. This is your teacher Josh. Have you ever said, "I think that you look great. I don't know if she's coming. Tell me what you want, what you really want." If you have used the blue part before, these are all noun clauses. Today you will learn what noun clauses are, why they are useful in English, how to form them correctly, common mistakes to avoid, and more than 50 real-world examples. Don't skip the final quiz also, it's going to be very useful to you. And if you do need extra practice, go to my website, englishspeaking360.com, for free practice and written explanations also. What is a noun clause? A noun clause is a group of words that acts like a noun. It contains a subject and a verb. That is very important. Here's an example. I think that English is fun. Is the verb, so English is the subject. That English is fun is a noun clause. Now here's a tip for you. If a word group answers the question what, it might be a noun clause. I think what? I think that English is fun. It is a noun clause. Here's another example. What I saw surprised me. What surprised me? What I saw. What I saw is also a noun clause. How to form noun clauses. Noun clauses usually start with that. So that is the most basic one. She said that he left. They can also start with question words like who, what, when, where, and you can also match the question word with ever, whoever, whatever, whenever, wherever. For example, tell me why you're late. Tell me what? Why you're late. Noun clauses can also begin with if or whether. I wonder if it's true. Maybe you wonder why study noun clauses. Because noun clauses help you make more complex sentences and better sentences so you will speak better English. Let's begin with that clauses. Here's a key point. That is usually optional. For example, I think that you're right. You can also say, I think you're right. In that case, you can remove that. It is optional. Here are a few more examples. It's obvious that she's smart. It's obvious she's smart. He admitted that he had lied. He admitted he had lied. Question word clauses. Here's the structure. You have to start with a question word, a subject, and a verb. And there is no inversion here. That's very important. It is subject plus verb, not verb plus subject. Remember that. Here are some examples. Tell me what time the meeting starts. You cannot say, tell me what time does the meeting start, okay? Because that is the question form. You cannot use the question form. I forgot how long the trip takes. Not I forgot how long does the trip take. Here's the rule that you should follow. Always use statement word order, subject plus verb, never the question word order, verb plus subject. That is a common mistake for students. Tell me what is your name. You've heard that before. That is a mistake. The right sentence is, tell me what your name is. You see here, your name is the subject, is the verb. That is the statement word order. Tell me what is your name. Is the verb and your name is the subject, and that is the question word order. You cannot use the question word order with WH clauses. Here's another example. Can you explain why is this happening? So once again here you see the verb is before the subject. You should say, can you explain why this is happening? And you should definitely be asking, because if your office is filled with orange smoke, there is probably a problem. Now here's another case. You can also say WH plus ever, subject verb. Like we said before, whatever, whenever, wherever, whoever. Okay? Here are some examples. Whatever you decide is fine with me. Whatever you decide is fine with me. Anything you decide is okay with me. I'll eat whatever you cook. Definitely, because if you have only broccoli on your plate, you are willing to eat anything else. I'll eat whatever you cook. The winner is whoever scores the most points. Ah, the good old arcade games. Memories. If-whether clauses. If is used for indirect yes-no questions. For example, do you know if the store is open? Instead of saying, is the store open? Do you know if the store is open? It makes your question much fancier, but it's an indirect question. Here are more examples. Can you tell me if this is correct? If this is correct, not if is this correct. Whether is more formal, so we do use it less than if. We use it in formal situations or when showing choices. For example, I wonder whether to stay or go. Stay or go is a choice. In this case, you cannot use if. I wonder if to stay or go doesn't make sense. Here's another example. I don't care whether it's expensive or not. Of course, she has a lot of money, so she doesn't care whether it is expensive or not expensive. Are noun clauses always in the object position? A noun clause can be an object, a subject, or a complement, so it can have 3 different roles in the sentence. Here's an example. I didn't hear what she said. I didn't hear what she said. That is in the object position because I didn't hear what. If we ask after the verb, it is an object. I didn't hear what? I didn't hear what she said. Here's a different example. What she said was not important. What was not important? If you ask what before the verb, then the answer is the subject. So a noun clause can be an object, a subject, or even a complement, but I will explain complements later. Let's start with noun clauses as subjects. You should know first that it is not very common. Objects are more common. When you do see them, they are usually placed before the main verb. For example, what you think is important to me. Oh, what a romantic guy. What you think is important to me. What is important to me? What you think. How he escaped remains a mystery. Well, that's a very nice sentence right here. What remains a mystery? How he escaped. That is the subject. Whoever finishes first will win the prize. It was obvious that he lied. This car is like new. It just needs a bit of paint. Yeah, right. It's an obvious lie. But in this case, it's a little bit tricky because it is what we call a dummy subject because it replaces that he lied. In fact, the real sentence is that he lied was obvious, but not many people would say that. Instead, we use it. It was obvious that he lied. Noun clauses as objects now. Like I said before, this is the most common use. They are always placed after the main verb. For example, I wonder if she likes me. Oh, she's looking at me, she's smiling. I wonder if she likes me. The answer is probably yes. Do you know where Julia lives? Oh, so many houses there. I don't know where she lives. Do you know where Julia lives? Take whatever you want. Oh, on Halloween night, take whatever you want. Take as many candy bars as you want. Nobody knows that I'm rich. Nobody knows what. That I am rich is your noun clause as an object. One more thing. A noun clause can also be a complement, like I said before. It follows the linking verb be. There could be other verbs, but most of the time, 95% of the time, it is the linking verb be. It is used for renaming or describing the subject, okay? For example, the problem is that we are late. The problem equals we are late. So it's the same. The problem and we are late are exactly the same, and in that case, it's called a complement. Her mistake was that she didn't study. What was her mistake? She didn't study. They are equal. The issue is that he didn't sign the contract. The issue and he didn't sign the contract are exactly the same. Quick tips. Remember that is optional after many verbs like think, say, and believe. For example, I think that this channel is great. You could also say, I think this channel is great, and you would be very right. Don't forget to subscribe. No question form inside the clause. This is the biggest mistake that students make. I wonder who she is, not I wonder who is she. Whether can include options, whether or not. Check whether the door is locked or not, but you can also remove or not. Check whether the door is locked. Here's another case, whether to X or Y. I'm trying to choose whether to buy or rent. Whether to buy X or another option Y, rent. It's quiz time! 10 questions! It's time to test your knowledge. Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 2 or 3 different sentences and you have to join them with a noun clause, okay? Here's the first one. James said something. She forgot it. She forgot that something. So what would you say? Make a sentence with a noun clause. You would say, she forgot what James said. Question 2. He's coming later. I heard it. What is the sentence with a noun clause? It would be, I heard that he's coming later, or I heard he's coming later. Question 3. Maybe he will buy a ring, maybe he won't. I don't know. Make a sentence with a noun clause. I don't know if he will buy a ring. You could also say, I don't know whether he will buy a ring. Question 4. He said something. I didn't hear it. What is the sentence with a noun clause? I didn't hear what he said. Question 5. She likes chocolate. Yes, indeed. I can see it. What is the sentence with a noun clause? I can see she likes chocolate. I can see that she likes chocolate. Question 6. How much is it? I don't know. Make your sentence. I don't know how much it is. Watch out here, so many students would say, I don't know how much is it. It doesn't work. I don't know how much it is. That is the statement form in the noun clause. Question 7. She is upset. Everyone knows it. Make your sentence including a noun clause. Everyone knows that she's upset. Everyone knows she is upset. Question 8. Someone visited you. I saw that person. Ooh, I sound like a nosy neighbor. So if you put them together, you would say, I saw who visited you. Question 9. Now this one is a little bit more challenging. Someone made this cake. You don't know who. That person is a genius. Okay? So no matter who made it, that person is a genius. You ready? Whoever made this cake is a genius. Question 10. Maybe he will go to the beach. Maybe he will stay home. He is not sure. What sentence would you make to put them all together? You could say, he is not sure if he will go to the beach or stay home. You could also say, he's not sure whether he will go to the beach or stay home. Good job, guys. Do you need more practice? Go to my website, EnglishSpeaking360.com. You get all the practice you need on the site, and it's 100% free. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.